All right, my friends, we are ready to start. So, as you know, we are masters now of finding the area and perimeter of 2D shapes. We are masters at finding volume and surface area of 3D shapes. We are now going to put our skills to the test. For combined figures. So, if you look here into the shape that we have above, put that away. Let's do this. This is combined figures. Let's start with the easy one, 2D shapes, which you guys already did a couple on your quiz, right? Last week quiz. You did a couple of these. But pretty much in the 2D shape world, you must find, I don't know, the area of the following figure, right? What your job is to find the shapes that are connected to make this shape, right? And always find the easy route. All right? Always find the easy route. For instance, a lot of students in this specific case might do the path of splitting it like this. Right? They make a big old square and then they make a small miniature triangle, right? Well, that's good and all, and guess what? You'll find the area just like that. So I'm not saying that's wrong, but you might find it that it's a little time consuming to try to find the area of a triangle or something, or trying to find this little bit right there. Why not take your opportunity to take the easy route and split this shape right there? Here you have a rectangle, and then here what shape do I have? The trapezoid, right? That's why I said the hardest thing in geometry is spotting the shape. That's the hardest part. If you spot the correct shape, you have formulas to help you. You have logic to help you. You have anything to help you. The hardest part is spotting the shape. So let's very quickly find the area of this shape. Well, first things first, let's find the area of each shape. What is the area in here? Well, first tell me, what's the shape that's there? Yep. And to find the area of a rectangle or a square is just multiply your two sides. So what's 5 times 2? 10. Thank you. 10, right? What about the area in here? Well, what's the area? How do you find the area of a trapezoid? Everyone should take out their formula sheet, and everyone should be saying it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, as a class. Just one person? Just one person, huh? 1/2? H? Okay, so tell me, what is my height? You think you don't know? You know.
5.
No, 5 is this whole length. So what you got to do is get this 5 and minus this little section right there to find this length right there, which is 3. You see that? That's geometry for you, okay? It's your job to find this small length right there. This 5 is representing this whole thing right there. You just want to find that one, which is 3. What's my base 1? Sure, it don't matter. And what's my base 2? 7? Now you just solve. What? The 10 is my area of my rectangle, right? All right, so what does this all become? Solve it with the calculator, quickly. 14.5? No. 18. Do your calculations correct. 5 plus 7 is what? 12. What's 12 times 3 times 1/2?
18.
Yes. Do your calculations on point, you guys. So now what's 10 plus 18? That's my area of this whole figure, right? That's 2D shapes. Now, if you remember, we did do this on the quiz. We did combined figures like these, and we also did figures that had in which you had to subtract. Here you had to add your 2 areas. You also could subtract. Let's say all this was shaded, right? And they told you to find the area of the shaded part, and I don't know, they gave you something like this. 7. And let's say this was 3. I don't know. And that was 3. You can easily find the area of the shaded part. You have to find the area of the circle, then find the area of the square, and then subtract the 2 to find the remainder. Do you guys want to do this as a class? Okay. What's the area of the square? Why? Because you multiplied your 2 sides, right? 3 times 3 is 9. So my square is 9. What is my area of my circle? I don't know. How about you as a class tell me what is the area, what is the formula to find the area of a circle? There you go. This is a little better. Preferred it all synchronized, but that was good enough. Pi r squared. Memorize that. The area of a circle. It's helpful. Pi r squared. Pi r squared. Pi r squared. So I know it's 3.14. What's my radius?
7.
Squared. What does this become? 153? No, I want my correct one. So, tell me, what is the area of the shaded parts?
144.86.
Why? Because you have to find the difference of these two. So you subtract it. And it becomes?
144.86.
Cool. You guys see that? But my friends, that is 2D world. What about the 3D world? What if we get something like this? God, I'm good.
Whoa, really?
That was pretty good.
Are you kidding me?
That's like a crayon.
That's so hard.
It's not that hard.
Wait, Neo, do you want this last time?
I think I'm good. Thanks, though. One, really? I guess that's one. Hold on. Alrighty, so here we have this. This is a shape. I don't even know what shape, right? What, it looks like a crayon, I heard? It looks like a missile? Kind of? A rocket? A pencil, whatever you want. All right, so they give you some points, some numbers all around. The question is, what is the volume of this shape? By the way, I was going to tell you this yesterday. If you guys are ever in like a situation, like at a party or something, a little, what's it called? I saw it the other day. I went to one. The baby shower, there it is. Baby shower. Or any other type of party in which they do that stupid little thing game where they have a jar filled with chocolate or filled with something and you're told to find how much is inside this thing.
Oh,
Using geometry can help you
I'm guessing how
depending on what the container is. If it's a full-blown cylinder, you guys solve it easily. Easily. Right?
You gotta find out like the shape of the camera.
Find the volume. See how much volume each of the pieces are. Maybe that'll be the hard part, right? But you could eyeball it, right? And then you could determine how much fits inside. Pretty cool if you ask me.
Did you win?
All the time.
Is it a left?
It's a little lie, yeah.
Little left.
It's amazing what guessing, what others guessed is closer than your number. Sometimes they're dead on. They're like, oh, it's 200. Oh, it has 200 inside. You win. I'm just like, so my 190 don't count? Whatever. Anyways. So here we have this shape. We got to find the volume of this shape, right? We want to see how much candies fit in here. Tell me, you guys. Tell me. What must I do first? What are the two shapes you see? Remember, it's all about cutting all the shapes that you can spot and then finding this designated area, finding the designated volume, finding the designated whatever it is of each one.
It's a cylinder and a cone.
Okay, what do we want to solve first? Okay, so how do I find the volume of the cylinder? The cylinder being this thing right there.
You find out the area of the circle. That's
Well, how about this? Tell me what's the formula to find the volume of a cylinder?
pi square times height.
All right. So tell me, what's pi? What's my radius? What's my height? What does all this become?
19.739.
Is that correct? No? Did you use a calculator or not? So, I found the volume of my cylinder. What is the volume of my cone?
What is the formula of the cone?
Exactly. Always ask yourself that. What is the formula of the shape? What is the formula of the cone? Tell me.
1/3 pi
One third pi r.
r squared.
Pi r squared height.
Okay, so tell me. What's my pi?
Big O on four.
What's my radius?
1.
What's my height? What does all this become when you punch it into the calculator? What is it? What?
What?
3.14
You
times
fired.
1.5
You fired.
divided by 3.
Use a calculator.
1.57.
So, what do I do with those numbers?
So add 'em. Add 'em.
And it becomes
7.85.
exactly. So, 3D shapes. 3D shapes could be really, really tricky, depending on what shape is given. But the overall idea is the same. You are finding the volume of these 3D shapes, and in terms of these 2D shapes, you're finding the perimeter and area. Does that make sense? Cool. Hold on.